Today we're going to have a look at the way that you can pack your swaps so that it's going to be a little bit more cost effective to post when we do a card swap via the Scrap It TV page or via dawnlewis.com.au. So what I have here are the ingredients for an effective swap. We've got a good stiff piece of cardstock, an A4 snap lock bag, 2 A4 envelopes, so they will fit a sheet of A4 paper flat. I have 6 envelopes, 6 cards and 6 plastic bags. You have a couple of choices here. You can go a snap lock bag or you can go for one of these peel and seal sort of bags. We've got postage stamps and sticky tape. Now the most effective way to do this is to squeeze all the air out of the bag. So what you want to do is find an envelope to go with your card. Please don't put the card inside the envelope because I need to see it to make sure I haven't put the same card twice into somebody's swap envelope. So keep the card on the outside, the envelope on the back, and it is helpful if you put your name in here somewhere. So if you haven't got your name on the back of the card, if you pop in, I don't know, even a business card or a little slip of paper made by so-and-so, then people know who the card is from. So when you are sealing your card, you want to squeeze all the air out of it before you seal the bag. What that does, it means that the package isn't as bulky, and if your envelope can fit through that 2 centimetre slot, that, you know, that lovely cardboard thing they've got at the post office, it is going to be cheaper to post. Keep that in mind when you're making your cards. If it's really, really lumpy and chunky and bumpy, it is going to cost more to post because your envelope will be thicker. If you are using heavy embellishments like metal, things like that, then it's going to be heavier and therefore it's going to cost you more to post. So you want to get all the air out of your cards best as you can. And the second place where you can squeeze out some more air is by taking your snap lock bag, popping in your card, and when you put in all 6 of your cards, squeeze all the air out of here before you make it sealed and tight and ready to go in the post. A couple of other things is, last time I got a lot of sticky tape. Oh my goodness, so much sticky tape. If you think that you would like to tape your cards down so that they sit flat and they're not going to move around in the post, I strongly recommend that you cover your cardstock with contact, just clear contact, or, you know, something left over from covering the kids' school books or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's got superheroes on it, I don't care, it'll brighten my day, in fact. If you are going to stick them down, just use small amounts of sticky tape, not great big bits wrapped all around it, because that makes it faster for me to unpack it, faster for me to repack it, and that means I can get swaps home in one day instead of 2 or 3 days worth of sorting. So that's a time saver, and it also does mean that if you stick this one down here and you stick this one down here and you stick this one down here, then you can go in the opposite direction. And these cards are made by the lovely Beth Jarrett. Beautiful work, thank you Beth, I'm using yours for the example. That means that you've got an even platform the entire way across, so it's going to be a lot easier. So if you were taping this, you put a piece of tape here and here, you would tape this one onto here, around here and around here. You don't need a lot of tape. It does help them stay flat, but too much tape also means a lot of time in the sorting. With your return envelopes, you must put at least 2 stamps, 2 postage stamps. And I highly recommend adding a few loose stamps into your envelope so that if the parcel going back to you is a little bulkier or a little heavier, that you're not going to be slugged with the postage bill later on. And if I don't need to use the extra stamps, they'll go back in and you'll get them back. One envelope is addressed to me with your return address on the back. The other envelope is addressed to you. This is your happy mail. You can put my address on the back or you can put your address on the back. One of the reasons that I do say a snap lock bag is occasionally envelopes come to me and the seal isn't very good and it's open. If your envelope opens and you lose all your cards because they're not sealed in a snap lock bag, they're not going to make it to me. The other reason is it rains sometimes and this will keep them dry. The other thing that I really strongly recommend is up in the corner put do not bend. If you're feeling polite, you can put please do not bend. What that does on the front and even on the back in big letters it stops my postman from folding that envelope in half and jamming it into my letterbox. He will put it in the wider mouth of my letterbox rather than jamming it in the top. It also means that your postie should offer the same courtesy. It means that all your hard work is going to stay dry. It's going to stay flat because you've squeezed all the air out of there, and it's going to stay in the envelope, not get scattered throughout the Australia Post, just in case there is a rip in your envelope. I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you everyone who has joined in the swap, and if you're thinking you would like to join in, all you have to do is send me an email. Keep your eye on the Scrap It TV and the Dawn Lewis pages on Facebook when we announce a new swap. Sometimes they'll be themed, sometimes they'll be open. Usually when we make big cards this size, I say we make 6 cards identical. Now you'll notice these are all using different papers, but the design is the same. So if you're having a good clean out of your scraps and using up bits and pieces, go for it. Just try and keep the design the same. It just helps me in the swapping out process so I don't get terribly confused. And if we're making mini cards, we'll make 8 of each because you can get 8 cards out of 2 sheets of A4 paper. That is it. If you have questions, please ask. Please put a little question below. If you'd like to know more about swapping, if you would like to know more about card making, stamping, all that kind of fun stuff, just let me know. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye.